4, 5, 6, 7. Check, check. What's going on, everybody? We're we've been all over the place today. We've been out for some time, getting some different projects tightened down, finished up, and hopefully getting ready to move forward into some more studio work. But uh, but yeah, we're gonna sit here for a second. We jumped on a little early of our stream that we have punted now, I think 2 or 3 times. So uh, let me give me a second. I'm gonna test my audio, make sure everything sounds good, and then we're just gonna get ready with a little update. I still can't. I still can't seem to get into what is it? The portrait mode, the shorts. I guess I would have to find my video from the shorts. Um, you can take some time and see if you can find it. All right, I think everything looks good, sounds good. Uh, I'd like to thank everyone who stops by. And good. All right, so my name is Kevin. Leela's sitting behind me, my wife. This here is our studio. I'm a ceramic artist, and I've been working with clay for, I guess, since high school, and minus a number of years I had to take off in between for work. We've been at this for quite some time. And yesterday was a really big day for us. We went out to NOLA, to New Orleans, and we had a show that was set up by Cano, directed by Gene Nathan, and in conjunction with the Creative Alliance Industry. Is that right, Leela? Assembly, the Creative Industries Assembly. But they got a bunch of artists together, a lot of different people in the creative industry that does, I guess, movies, film, writing, production, anything involved with, I guess, large scale artworks. And they're trying to find a way to bolster that, to get some funding, and I think they're trying to do a trickle down effect to get artists hired and working in their craft. I can't say it's what I think artists want, but um, but maybe that can be a form of bread and butter to keep going while you're trying to work through, developing your own work. Leela, real quick, do you want to move the chair off of the cable? Just yeah. And but yeah, we went out there and worked. We set up a shop. They invited us into the art and design marketplace. So it's like just a space within the exhibition for artists to come and sell some work and to set up a spread. And we had some pieces available, and so we quickly put together a little table arrangement. and went out there and had a really great time. The event was held at the an old Ford motor plant, an assembly plant, and so just imagine. I think it's New Orleans East in Araby. I think just west of St. Bernard, if my head map is correct. They had a big building out there that looked like it was just brick and windows and big open spaces. And a lot of the artists in New Orleans came out and really done the space up nice. They came in and just filled it with some creative works, bringing in their best, and trying to turn some eyes, share some messages. And we did the same. We did the same and went out there and put up a table with our best pieces and really enjoyed sharing our message, selling a handful of pieces, and meeting some really wonderful people. And so me and Leela have been today just real low key. We got up as well. We typically wake up early, but we let ourselves just wake up natural, and then we spent the day kind of piddling around the studio and getting things cleaned up. We still have a lot of boxes here filled with work um, and supplies, and so we're going to be continually tearing that down, getting everything back into its place, and trying to move forward with our next steps. With that being said, I want to say that I think that our next step is going to be getting this gas kiln fired. I've been sitting on it for some time. I don't think Leela has ever seen it fired. This thing is about 30 cubic foot of stackable space, big brick kiln. I do salt firings in it. So at the high end of the kiln, or at the high end of the temperature, I introduce salt into the kiln, and that volatilizes and eats into the surface, and you start getting some really nice effects, with the clay. And so it's a bit of a rally car. It's kind of a beast of a kiln, but I get into it and let it do its damage, and we really enjoy firing that thing off. So we're going to start working toward that and trying to put a schedule to it, as difficult as it may be, this going live and trying to share my studio experience, which as you can see from, well, maybe you can't see from our title, but our studio, I've been calling it Throw with the Flow, in conjunction with just letting life happen, letting creative energy flow as it seems fit, and not wasting energy trying to fight against against what's easy. I really find going with what's easy, scrapping things that seem to just bog me down. It's been really great for moving forward and just cutting out a lot of that, slack out of the process, and then letting the work retain the perfectionism and the over analysis and everything that art comes with. But trying to hold a schedule is really difficult for me. But we've been giving it a shot, trying to wrap our head around it, trying to figure out how to keep the story going through this process. And for any one of y'all that enjoy coming here and watching us bumble around in the studio as we get our feet wet, we really appreciate the patience, and as we figure it out. So I don't know. I think that for the most part, that is an update to where we have been. We were really strong into this live stream in the beginning. I started with a 30-day challenge to force myself to build that habit and to just allow myself to sit here and face that fear of social media, to face the fear of uh, of you know, identity failure, messing up, image, all the stuff that I think a lot of people deal with. And I'll say, if you get a chance to, like, if you feel that you have something that you want to share or that you should share, make those steps, because um, I had this idea for a long time that I do not want to die with a notebook full of ideas, and I don't want to die with regret. I don't want to die with regret. And so if there's a message in that for you, if that helps you, any sort of encouragement, watching me uh, rip that vulnerability band-aid off and put yourself out there. It's hard, but it's very, very rewarding. You just got to keep pushing through. So anyways, we're in this. We're hoping to continue to build this studio into a live space. We have a lot of ideas and plans, but for the most part, every day we don't know what we're going to do, and so we love feedback. If you find that you would prefer something like, a strict schedule or a heads up, or if the title could kind of share what's happening, or if the thumbnail could share what's happening, we'll do whatever we can to make this experience as enjoyable as we can for anybody who wants to be here in this live virtual studio. And and as long as it doesn't go against our principles and our mission and what we're trying to share, we have no problem trying to make those changes and work them in. Um, so. Anyways, short and sweet. We just wanted to say hi. It's been a little while since we've been here, and we wanted to just kind of get that video back on and get present. We would love for this camera to stay on uh, as often as we can, and just plug it somewhere and come in and out of the studio and work. This isn't necessarily a channel built for entertainment. It's more a place for us to just be present virtually. And to me, I've been thinking through it, and to share kind of the behind the scenes of my thoughts. I really think that this is going to be a solution for a lot of artists, because even at this event, I talked to a lot of artists and just, asked them, social media, and the response is the same across the board. It's eye rolls, grunts, grudges, and just, bewilderment of how are we supposed to, anyone is supposed to engage in this virtual environment, um, when we're so inundated with the fear of identity and the option to push every button in there to pop on masks, filters, edits, and the next thing you know, you're sitting there trying to edit out your life and edit out your identity and edit out your looks. And that was our message. That was our message at the show with my artwork. I said, every one of my pieces are individually created for uniqueness, and sometimes in order to get that uniqueness, you have to be able to accept the thing you don't like about it in order to have the thing you do like about it. And um, and I find that in life we don't afford that with people or with ourselves, because we know we want to share who we are, but then we feel like we need to hide parts of ourselves that are not acceptable. Maybe our speech pattern, our ticks, our bad personality habits, maybe our facial flaws, or our physical appearance. And then the next thing you know, you're editing out your identity. And tell them, I said, if you remove everything that you don't like about yourself, then we're all just going to look the same. We're all going to look like robots, and you'll lose your identity. And now with AI and these social media platforms that are doing everything they can to get us into it, are giving us every tool that we can to erase what we don't like about ourselves. And in the end, you go through social media and there's all of these very beautiful people doing very beautiful things, and every video just looks the same. It feels the same. It's just fast-paced jump cuts and the same music, the most popular songs just plastered on every clip, and it's gotten to the point where um, it all looks the same, and you just thumb through one after another. Uh, just I think it's ruining art. It's ruining the magic of identity and who we are. And so this may be cringe. This may be boring. This may be hell of a slow burn. Uh, but be a potter and see how slow it is to be a potter when you get that clay out, and then 3 months later you have a piece. And I'm not editing that into a 30-second video. I'm not editing 3 months into a 30-second video and then putting someone else's uh, industrial music to it. And so I'm not here to try to entertain. I'm here to be present. If you want to talk to me, if you want to say hi, if you want to, come and watch me work, watch us, cut up in the studio, you're welcome to do that. But it's gonna be some real slow burn. So uh, so you're welcome to come do it. I believe that in the future, the power of AI is going to be able to help people access the parts of these, long-winded rants and long-winded workdays, to be able to get the people the information that they want. And I think this is going to be a really beautiful, I think this is going to really develop into something beautiful. And the key is just being able to be vulnerable, removing the mask, removing the filters, removing the preconceived notions, and just putting it all out there and standing by who you are and believing in yourself and knowing that you are exactly who you need to be today. You are exactly who you need to be today, and it's okay to be who you are today. And tomorrow you change. You can change into something you want to be. Uh, but don't think that you need to change before you can present yourself. And it's like Christ says, come as you are, come as you are. Every day you can come to Him. You don't have to fix yourself to go to Him. You just go, and then then you don't have to worry about anything after that. But then you change every day, step by step. And there's no perfection in it. You won't ever make it that far. You just you just keep living. So that's where we're at. We're here. We want to be present. We want to share our beauty, and in doing that, you have to be able to, you know, stand through all of it. And so we welcome you to do that. Thank you for being here, and we're gonna I think what I need to do, which is what I plan to do, is just come in and stop by, say hello. And my mom has been on me to make her a makeover on her business cards and kind of her business image. I do a lot of graphic design on the side for her, and so I want to spend some time today and start knocking that out. But we just wanted to say hi, and as we start, getting these boxes open and getting some work going on the wheel, or maybe working toward getting this kiln fired, we're going to try to learn the new skill of scheduling, and so that we can hopefully give you heads up before we, get into different projects as we work toward that goal. If you have thoughts on it, things that can help, if you understand how social media works, we certainly don't. We've been putting everything in on YouTube on this channel, and we figured as this develops and as we get comfortable just being here and doing this, that we'll start using the other channels and learning how to kind of add those in. I see a lot of benefit and a lot of power to what they offer, but I really think this YouTube space is the place that gives us the most versatility and reward for just being us. And so that's what we're here to do. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. Give us a shout out in the comments anytime, and we're working on trying to figure out how to keep those communication links alive. We still don't really understand all this fully, and that's why we're just turning on the camera, being present, and as soon as we figure out how we can have a better relationship, where when I open up that door, it's like opening up a door to mall, and people are there passing by. Some people look in the window, some people stand in the door and yell at you and, tell you how bad you are. All those wonderful things. And then, the people that want to come in and say hi and shop and watch. That's who we are here for. Well, technically, we want to be here for everybody, but but uh, but yeah, we want to just treat it as a open door studio. Come say hi. Robert, thanks for stopping in. But uh, but that's what we want to be here for. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all take care, and we'll be around. Take care.